Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back, Matthew Watty's channel. Today we get to do a review for a very special line that I've actually been looking for probably a couple years, man. I used to always see a couple of these figures on eBay. As you guys know, I pretty much live on eBay the last few years, and I never knew who they were. I always thought they were super cool, but I didn't know anything about them. And also, I didn't want to inquire or, ask if I can send an offer or send an offer to these guys, because these figures were listed for like 60, 70, $80, right? And that's probably on the low end. Other folks out there had them listed for a couple $100. I'm like, forget it. They look cool, but I'm like, no. I can't really imagine spending money on particular items that I don't know anything about, but they may, even though they may pique my interest, spending that kind of money on them. So for the longest time, I had nothing. Well, a few weeks ago, I purchased one of said figures, and I finally got some information about who these guys are. So these figures were made in China. I thought they were Mexico knockoff figures, but it could be. I mean, shoot. Just because they're made in China doesn't mean that they didn't go through some kind of Mexican store, right? Mexican company. But I don't know. It looks like it's an American company, though, because it says TT Toys, and I think that was a company I'm familiar with. I could be wrong. But TT Toys in 1992 came out with Overtop Man, and these figures are absolutely amazing. Now, this card is like crazy faded, so you may not be able to get all of the information on the back of this, but the one we're looking at here is German Butcher. And German Butcher is this guy down here. That is German Butcher. Now, recently, I did get in these figures from a seller. I believe he was in Greece. And he had all 8 figures, and plus the original accessories. I had no idea that all the figures, their arms and their waist were so freaking loose, though. That part kind of destroys the figures for me. But, again, man, these guys are absolutely insane. I mean, this sledgehammer has got to be my favorite weapon among this lot. And I want to spend enough time just so you guys kind of get the intricate detail of these guys. See, when I look at them, I kind of think Hellraiser. And I think of like what Hellraiser would look like, when he doesn't have his skin on. Or when he's feeding on someone and he's basically stealing their skin. And this is just the body part not filling in yet. It's freaking awesome. It's so creepy. So it's got like a nice little horror-based theme in my opinion. And they're freaking phenomenal. I can't like... I sometimes I feel like going gaga over a lot of these things are way out there, but man, I'm just like so creepily impressed by these figures. So this was the German Butcher, and it's nice to have at least one figure on a card, so I know what I'm dealing with. But me being me, darn well in the future, I'm gonna try and get these guys all carded. So, let's start from the top. This guy is called Indian Tiger. And I believe it's this guy. Like I said, the arms, so very loose. Waist for most of these figures are like crazy loose. I mean, this one right here, actually, even though he does a 360, isn't as bad as the others. I mean, this is like an Aladdin type guy with a little turban. And I don't know, like I said, when I see the curved sword, I think of the guards from Aladdin. So I don't know if this is it says Indian Tiger. I don't know if I would say India though. Somewhere in the Middle East, most definitely. But the turban, yeah, that's a Indian headdress, so sure. But same thing when you look at the body. The lines and the depressions in the skin, It's sick, and it's beautiful, and it's fantastic. I do actually have a couple extra figures because I bought 2 of them individually, and then I went and bought this bundle. Not everyone's like me, so I'm not even sure I could even get my money back on those 2 I bought. But Indian Tiger, another awesome piece. And I think this guy could be like my 3rd or 4th favorite. Alright, after Indian Tiger, we are looking at New York Gorilla. And I think that's this guy. Is it just me? Or are all these names racist as hell? I mean, New York Gorilla. He's a black man and you're calling him Gorilla, you racist bastards. Oh, God. Oh, shoot. And Indian Tiger. You put a darn turban on that man? What the hell? German Butcher. Gee, I wonder who the Germans butchered. This entire line is effed up. You know, I really wasn't paying attention to that, not until I got to the 3rd figure. Wow. I don't mean to laugh about it. I mean, this stuff is terrible, but sometimes you just gotta laugh at yourself or whatever, but oh crap. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully everyone is not all PC and butthurt over this video. I don't want to see my channel lose like half its subscribers. I could just delete the video, but I'm already invested. So this is New York Gorilla, and his freaking weapon is insane. They should have turned this into like a baseball bat and had a little barbed wire around it and whatnot. Had yourself a nice little Lucille. Shout out to The Walking Dead, Negan. Alright. I think this guy's got the most brutal back of all of them. Oh, man. Every piece is freaking phenomenal. I really wish I had more back history, you know, having these as a kid and, you know, playing or something, but really this video is going to be nothing more than just simply looking at the figures. And, maybe someone out there like me was looking for these exact guys, and now you get the opportunity to know what they're called and so on. This one is Mexico Wild Bull. One with a sword. That is not a sword. That is a baseball bat. Actually, that's not even a baseball bat. That's, well, yeah. For a second, I thought it was a cricket bat, but no. Mexico Wild Bill. So, one of my favorite channels that I always recommend, Chaos Collectibles. Whenever Chad does these custom videos or, you know, looks at the different Remco style figures, all the figures he shows up, man, every time I look at them, I'm like, man, it's crazy. They always remind me of, you know, certain characters, certain famous characters. Like, he would have like a Remco figure that kind of remind me of Goro as an example. And when I look at this guy, he reminds me of Guile. Street Fighter Guile, the soldier guy. So, I mean, very similar hair. At least with a baseball bat, you know it, they got something very easy. Plus, I like the green and yellow. It reminds me of the Lex Luger from Series 2. So, from Galoob Series 2. So, that's pretty nice. Alright, next up is the Canadian Hawk. Well, thank God he's from Thank God he's from Canada. Thank God he's from Canada. Oh, man. Canada. I seriously just said that. What do I call him? Canadian Hawk. I mean, his headdress isn't in the shape of a hawk. I don't know where they're getting that from. But this one, I actually take it back. This one I did look at and think, 'cause I had to show my wife, I'm like, does this look racist to you? You got a Native American, and he's got a tomahawk. Come on. Oh god, my channel is gonna get banned. All right, over the top man figures. You're the ones that are gonna do me in. These are, like I said, the tomahawk, one of my favorite weapons here. All right, next one. L.A. Horse. And I imagine that's this guy. L.A. Horse. With this one, I don't know. So far, pretty much all of these have been racial in some respect or another, and I don't know how this is considered racial, but that's okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure in the early 90s, you know, when people weren't so soft, they weren't, you know, worried about hurting people's feelings. But just kind of looking at it by today's standards, it's like, wow. And he's got like a boss man nightstick type of deal. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I hate the fact that all these guys, their arms are like super loose. And I just want to sit there, I want to position them with their arms up, but they all suck, man. I am super glad to have these figures. No doubt about it. No complaint. But I do wish that the seller would have kind of like let me know that these arms were so loose. Because what I paid for them was crazy expensive. And there is, like I said, there's a niche market. And I feel like I'm filling up 100% of the niche market on certain items. Because honestly, who out there going out and buying certain items? Like, over the top man. Who would think about over the top man? But, you know, another cool figure to add to the collection. I can't even make this out. I think it says Japanese whale. So, Japanese whale has to be the sumo guy. Well, you can't just call him a Japanese sumo wrestler. Nope, he's the whale. Rude. Now, now they're not only racist, now they're fatphobic. To a lot of your body positivity movement folks out there, nobody's afraid of fat people. You know, people just want you to be the best you and have a healthy life. That's all I'm going to say about that topic. They call him a whale. Oh my god. And he's got another one of those little Sultan, what do you call him? What was Aladdin from? Alibaba. No. Damn. Shoot. A million times out of a million, I could name the city or whatever that Aladdin is from, and now thinking about it, I can't think of anything. Agrabah. Agrabah. It looks like one of those little Agrabah swords. I don't know why. I mean, I can understand why you would build a sword like that, but how difficult does that have to be? That's crazy. To split a sword down the middle like that. But here's your Japanese whale. Please don't. I'm serious, guys. Don't report me to YouTube. Oh man, this guy's sporting hateful toys. What a way to go. Oh god, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Last figure is so if that was Japanese whale, this is Japanese warrior. Japanese warrior. And they just love their curved swords, man. What's up with all these figures with these curved swords? Like everything has to have a curvature to it. Was that the only one? Nope. See, like what's up with that? Whatever happened to just one straight katana, you know? Yeah, see, this isn't even bent. It's actually supposed to be that way. But you're Japanese ninja, and this is the last of the 8 from this line. So I am told that Overtop Man became I might have the name wrong. I believe it was called Ninja Warrior for Series 2. And I've seen those figures too. In fact, I thought this was Ninja Warrior, but it's, you know, actually from this line. And this line, like I said, 8 figures, which included the very first one we looked at, the German Butcher. Overtop Man. Such fun figures. I gotta find a way to properly display these, because where I have my stuff set up right now, I don't really have anywhere I could stage them, but I want them up close and personal, where, you know, they're like at eye level, and you can actually appreciate these, because these things are freaking awesome. I've said that like 20 times this video, but they are. Alright, guys. That was the Overtop Man collection. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any useful information, like you know, something, if you know, have knowledge about these figures, and you want to add something to the discussion, you know, please leave in the comments. I'm sure other folks who watch this video might want to know about that as well. So that will be it for now. Try to see upcoming videos, but I've been making a lot of videos and kind of releasing them out of order, so I don't want to give too much detail about future videos right now. So that's going to be it for now, guys. Thank you, and talk to you in the comments, and see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.